You know, there are times when I just love being a woman. One reason in particular being that I'm able to exploit the time-honored double standard of finding other members of my gender attractive without getting weird looks. I mean, I'm able to look at Yaya Han cosplaying as Jessica Rabbit or Queen Chrysalis and comment on her beauty without any second glances. But when a guy does so much as says that Wander has nice eyes, everyone is so quick to say, "Ha! Gay!" Before I get distracted, and by distracted I mean looking at more of Yaya Han's pictures and crying about how I will never be that hot, let's just get down to the main point of this list. The top 10 hottest female video game characters, according to Lupino9. And let me just get one thing out of the way. What you may think of as hot, I might not find attractive. My mind goes by this principle of aesthetically pleasant, which I will explain as this video goes on. Also, another thing. No Lara, no Lara, no Lara, no Lara, no Lara, no Lara. Oh yeah, and no Lara Croft. Now, let's get busy! We'll find a way. Irisu Kyoko from her title game Irisu Syndrome is a unique case. While you're playing the creepy puzzle game, you see her staring at you with cold red eyes the entire time. And you know that she's mentally unstable enough to kill people because of her childhood trauma of losing the one friend she ever had, but she is still actually very attractive. Albinos in fiction are always handled with a means that makes them mysterious, entrancing, weird, and Irisu was created with all that in mind. She reminds me of the cool beauty stereotype done in excess. A figure that is known for being gorgeous, but her personality is like ice to the point that no one can get near her. Not to mention that her clothes are to die for— No, wait, I didn't mean literally! I cannot believe that I almost forgot about this character. It just goes to show how long it's been since I've played this masterpiece of a game. But yes, Yuzuruha from Muramasa the Demon Blade. Now, it's not unusual for kitsune or fox spirits to be portrayed as attractive in Japanese media. After all, in mythology they would assume seductive forms to trick humans, though a certain mangaka who doesn't know when to end his franchise seems to have forgotten about that. And seductive is a trait that the character designers for this game ran with when it came to Yuzuruha. We only get to see her a few times in the game during Kisuke's story, but each time is more than memorable. Also, her hair is amazing! Okay, Nintendo, I want to level with you guys for a second. Why was it that you guys have this keen hobby of introducing supporting characters that people like far more than the reoccurring major ones in your Wii titles? Case in point, Super Mario Galaxy's Rosalina. Now, anyone who watched my top 10 video game companions list way back when knows exactly how I feel about this sexy space goddess. But honestly, Nintendo, how can you create characters like Rosalina in my number 7 entry and then expect us to go back to acting like they don't exist? You can't just give me this and expect me to go back to this! Give me Super Mario RPG 2 or something so we can get Rosalina back in a serious setting that won't force us to play through Super Mario Galaxy. We don't give a flying fuck, just buy this over-glorified expansion pack already. Oh, and props for Nintendo making the Super Mario version of God, because that's basically what Rosalina is. Beautiful, sexy, confident, motherly, and intelligent. Now, if only you didn't completely stab womankind in the back with Metroid Other M. I don't get it. I just don't get it. How can people find Midna, the Twilight Princess from, well, Twilight Princess, anything but attractive? Well, of course not in her imp form, but her true form. Oh my god! Nintendo, you can make attractive characters. Rosalina and Midna prove this all too well. And call me shallow, but Midna stole the show in this game. Especially since Twilight Zelda was a freaking bitch. I'm sorry, but after playing Skyward Sword and hearing the original Zelda acknowledge how fucked up the Circle of Fate is, Twilight Zelda's a bitch! And I totally hated her as a brunette, but that's totally not important. Midna was elegant, confident, clever, and her hips did not lie.
I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right.
Why is it that Zelda is still seen as more of a sex symbol than Midna? What? Is it because she's blue? Well, for your information, blue can be one sexy color. I'm never getting laid. Now, I haven't played Darkstalkers, but I have played quite a few installments of Capcom's Versus franchise. Especially the tragically ended Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. How the hell do you lose licensing rights to a company that legally doesn't even exist anymore? Capcom, what the literal fuck are you doing? So, I have had quite a few encounters with one Morrigan Einland. But really, Morrigan's positioning here is a bit of a given. For God's sake, she's a succubus. It's kind of in her job description to be a huge cock tease. But believe it or not, the hottest thing to me about Morrigan is her character animation in her game appearances. She doesn't even walk, she floats, and she looks freaking amazing while doing it. This next entry doesn't even need me talking. Here is the character that I'm going to use to explain something that I'd like to call aesthetically pleasing / aesthetically hot. In my next few videos, you are going to be hearing me using these phrases a lot, and I mean a lot. But let's look at a character who graces the walls of at least 3 in 5 fighting game fans. Soul Calibur's Isabella, Ivy, Valentine. Now, you're probably saying, oh well, everyone chooses Ivy for lists like this. Look at her! She's wearing 2 strips of leather, not to mention her impossibly sized rack! But, hear me out. Yes, Ivy is blatantly sexy with her figure and seductively sadistic persona. But here's the thing. Most of the characters who appear when big video game journalists do lists like these usually fall into the same 10 characters over and over again due to them looking at the stereotypical gamer and the pinups that are more than likely plastered on their bedroom walls. I am not the stereotypical gamer. For the sake of my tangent-filled argument though, let's look at Lara Croft versus Ivy for a second. Yes, Lara has plenty of boobs and ass, but after that, what is there to admire? Now, Ivy. Boobs, ass, hair, outfit, weapon, voice, persona, dialect, gait, backstory. See where my mental process goes with this? So, in the end, aesthetically hot beats out just plain hot in my book. I find insanity so hot. Seriously, my 2 favorite character blogs on Tumblr are Researcher Twilight and Lil Miss Rarity. A Clockwork Orange and Lolita are my 2 favorite novels of all time. In Hetalia, Russia is my favorite nation because of his mental instability, and I share a love of Spain and Korea for the same reasons. Girahim's shining moments in Skyward Sword were when he was freaking out. Whenever I write grimdark or horror fanfiction, I have to have at least one character going crazy. All my original work is personally mandated to have an insane character. And Homestuck is freaking amazing! Lord Hussey, you clever, apathetic son of a bitch, go make out with Hidekazu already? Let's go visit Arkham City.
Stupid little dead bat! Who's gonna save you now?
Harley Quinn has always been a special case for me. I may not be the biggest follower of the DC universe, but I will always have a deep love for the twisted relationship between Joker and his bubbly lover. And yes, they're lovers. Go back and watch through all of the episodes of Batman the Animated Series. It's canon. But in Arkham City, her redesign was one of the absolute best in her history as a character. I mean, oh my god. Sexy, insane, voiced by Tara Strong. Disclaimer, I know that I've mentioned Tara Strong in way too many videos, but one does not simply pass up a chance to mention the same woman who brought us such roles as Timmy Turner, Raven, Ben Tennyson, Juliet Starling, Princess Clara, Margaret Moonlight, Terrence, Omi, Twilight Sparkle, and Bubbles. And hey, everyone loves Harley. Why do you think she got a whole DLC campaign named after her? Shut up! Alright, we're heading into the final 2 entries now, and let me just say, if these next 2 women were male and real and near me, I would date them in a heartbeat. I don't even care.
Hey, where'd you go? Snap out of it! Were you even listening?
Vincent, you are a fucking idiot! Here you have a beautiful, intelligent woman who is actually willing to spend the rest of her life with you. And you go fuck it up with some bubbly bimbo because you're too afraid of commitment. So yes, while playing Catherine, the running thought in my head was, let this stupid bastard die, let this stupid bastard die, let this stupid bastard die. Because, look at Catherine! Just look! And she's confident and strong too. Remember the cutscene when she finds out about Kanky Slut Catherine? The only thing that was of negative note with Catherine was her god-awful AI was in that one nightmare puzzle. What the hell, guys? What the hell was this? So, yes. I love Catherine McBride! Even though she looks eerily similar to the Neo-Talia representation of Sweden. Oh, Alice, why? Why? Why are you overshadowed by an incredibly cheap and needlessly frustrating twat like Jasper Bat? Wow, Lupino09 sure has a lot of things to say about this guy, Junior. And why isn't this woman more acknowledged by the gaming community instead of stupid, money-hungry, heartless skank over here? Seriously speaking though, there are just so many reasons why Alice Twilight is my #1. If I can just be blunt for a moment, Alice is a beautiful woman. Physically, mentally, aesthetically. The game designers knew exactly what they were doing when they set up Travis's encounter with his femme fatale. The sunsets, the secluded locations, the music, it all does an amazing job of extenuating Alice in a very positive way. The light of the sun amplifies her fair skin, almost making her look lifeless, but you can still feel her silent intensity. By her dialect and voice, both extremely sexy and fitting, the player knows that she is very intelligent as well as being what I'd like to call a life-weary soul. Listening to the conversations she has with Travis before they fight, she isn't cocky, she isn't lustful, she's just a warrior who knows what her life is, what it's diminished to, and what will result of this meeting. A battle to the death like the likes of no other. Oh, I'm probably boring those with more baser instincts. Well, look at this! She's wearing a bikini with a pair of boots! Yeah, go have fun with that while adults are talking. Can I also bring attention to the fact that she has a beam katana setup that would make General Grievous cream his pants? Just look at this! I didn't even mind the fact that I had to do this battle over and over since Alice is by no means a pushover. Just Alice! They need to make a No More Heroes fighting game. I don't want this to be the only time we can see Alice in all her glory. She's magnificent. She's beautiful. She's hot. Why couldn't she be the final boss? I don't care about your stupid moral game. I just want to appreciate the hotness for a bit longer. Was that too much to ask? I'm Lupino09, and the main reason I did this countdown was because when I do the sequel to this countdown, Top 10 Hottest Male Video Game Characters, I don't want to hear anyone's shit.